Alongside head Javelina football coach Daren Wilkinson, I'm Mark and Sarah for Javelina Athletics. Coach, 1 week of practice for you guys in the books this summer. What have been your impressions of this team through a week out there on the field?
Well, I think we got a really talented football team. Our guys are working hard. We came in slightly out of shape, but the elements out there and the way we're practicing and the way we're running and working them, we're starting to slowly get into that shape. And the last couple of practices we've been able to finish on a high note with our tempo and things. And so I like where we're getting with that. But I think we got some talent out there. Some of these transfers that we brought in, along with the returners that we have coming back. I'm excited to see what this football team can do.
Yeah, obviously getting this team in shape is a high priority for everybody on that staff, but at the same time, you want to make sure everyone's healthy when you finally get to that first date here against Saginaw. How do you kind of walk that tightrope as a coach between making sure everybody's in shape but making sure everybody's healthy too?
Yeah, I mean, it is a fine line, but we need to run, we need to get ourselves in shape, and then it's up to us as coaches to track and monitor how many live snaps we're taking in a practice, how many times that guy's getting tackled to the ground, and those are things that we can control. And our coaching staff's done a great job in emphasizing that with our players, and they kind of understand it, and we're taking care of our teammates. And knock on wood, so far we've been pretty good with our injuries.
Look at the roster that you guys have built. It seems like there's a lot of depth at this team, particularly at the quarterback spot. How happy you've been with the competition you've seen at that position so far?
Yeah, it's very good because we've got 3 guys that are really playing at a high level out there right now, which is encouraging. As a coach, and in particular as a quarterback coach that I put my hat on now with. It's difficult because we got to name a starter here pretty soon, and because we want to get that guy more reps than the others so that he can get ready for that first game against Saginaw Valley State. And so these guys are making my job as a quarterback coach hard because they're all 3 of them are battling. They're doing good things. There hasn't been a lot of separation yet, and so which is not a bad thing because we got some guys competing.
I was going to say, you probably wouldn't have it any other way, would you?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we got some guys competing, and that's a good thing. But we do need to start getting a guy some reps.
Obviously, on special teams, there'll be some new faces. You're going to have a new kicker and punter this season. How happy you've been with the way the special teams has kind of played itself out thus far?
Yeah, Coach Buff's done a nice job in organizing that. We issued a challenge to our team that they can't get on the bus to travel if they're not in the 2 deep in special teams, and so everybody is really working out there when it comes to special teams, and we're going to get our best people on the field. And in terms of the kickers, the guys punting the ball and kicking the ball, I like where we're at. They're going to be guys that haven't had a lot of experience yet, but we've recruited well at those positions the last couple of years. We've got guys out of the Houston area, the kicker out of Corpus Christi, and I like our leg talent, and they got to put it together. We got to put them in some positions where there's some pressure and things out in the practice field so that we can simulate game time situations. But we're talented there.
Do you feel like this team is where you'd want them to be a week into practice?
Yeah, I do. You know what I wish, like I said earlier, that we came in a little bit better shape. Just from top to bottom, we have a few guys that we need to get caught up. But as far as the effort, man, our guys are going. They're getting after it, and it's not easy out there. It's probably 110 by 10 a.m. as far as what the heat index is, and so it's not easy. It's not all the time fun. We're trying to make it fun and compete and things, but these guys are working hard, and I appreciate that as a coach. We got a scrimmage tomorrow, which will be our first one, and so we'll see how this first week of practice went after we have the scrimmage and grade that thing.
Well, Coach, thanks for the time. We'll see you back out on the practice field.
I appreciate it.